In the quiet, sleepy town of Ravenwood, nothing extraordinary ever happened. That was until one foggy morning, when a mysterious stranger named Elias stumbled into the town square. His clothes were disheveled, his eyes wild with desperation, and he carried an old pocket watch that ticked louder than it should. "I need your help," Elias told anyone who would listen. "I'm trapped in a time loop, reliving this day over and over again." Most dismissed him as a madman, but a curious barista named Nora decided to humor him. "What do you mean, a time loop?" "Like Groundhog Day," Elias leaned in, whispering urgently. "Every morning, I wake up at sunrise. No matter what I do, run, hide, or even die, I wake up at the same moment. But something's wrong. The loop isn't stable. The town is changing." Nora's skepticism waned when strange things began happening. The old clock tower, dormant for decades, began chiming at random intervals. The streets warped, leading to places that didn't exist the day before. Townsfolk acted oddly, some forgot their own names, others seemed frozen in place, staring blankly at the horizon. Elias tried countless approaches to break the loop. He had confronted the mayor, searched the woods, even ventured into the abandoned asylum on the edge of town, but nothing worked. Each failure seemed to make the loop spiral further out of control. One evening, Elias and Nora stood in the town square, watching as the moon appeared to freeze mid-sky. "What if the loop isn't meant to be broken?" Nora asked. Elias shook his head. "No, loops always have a reason. A key, something I haven't seen yet." Suddenly, Nora froze. Her expression went blank, and her voice echoed unnaturally. "The clock's heart holds the answer. You must find it before the final chime." Elias stared in horror as she collapsed. Determined, Elias raced to the clock tower, now eerily glowing. Inside, he found gears that didn't fit together properly, ticking in reverse. At the center of it all was the pocket watch he carried, a perfect match for the broken piece of the clock's mechanism. As he inserted the watch, the final chime echoed through the tower. Time began to unravel, showing flashes of the past. The townsfolk were not real, they were figments created by the loop, and the loop itself was Elias's prison, designed to trap him for tampering with forbidden time magic. The clock whispered, "You can leave, but the town will cease to exist. Are you ready to face the guilt of destroying it?" Elias hesitated, remembering the connections he'd made with the townsfolk, even if they weren't real. But as the loop spiraled closer to destruction, he made his choice. The moment Elias turned the final gear, the clock stopped. The town dissolved into mist, and Elias woke up in the real world, alone, but free. As he walked away from the barren spot where Ravenwood had once stood, the pocket watch in his hand now silent, he whispered, "I'm sorry." For the rest of his life, Elias couldn't shake the feeling of eyes watching him from the fog, a reminder of the lives he left behind in the looping world.